up. They're actually going to go for a more standard dive approach, bringing in the Winston. That's going to give a little bit more self-peel, allow him to actually get in and get out of some of this, be able to create space, hold that ground, and then fall back comfortably. And Mid-Athena should be all the safer for it.
Fusion Uni, just a couple of swaps. Maybe getting an idea of what they're running into. Still dive, no, nice, not feeling the far, going back to what they do, and no best, the 3-3, even alarm on the Zen 2. Need that extra sustain. Now you have the choice of the barrier or the Transcendence against an EMP. But then, what is really going to be their answer against Terror? I guess it'll be the Discord Orb.
Yeah, you got to be able to deal with the ground game. If you're able to win that one out, you can put pressure onto half as well. Just looking for basically susceptible dive targets.
A great bubble from Inhya kind of splits apart some people from Fusion Uni who just dive on forward. Nobody getting claimed yet. As Chunks gets slept in his dive, I think around the point, on top of the point rather. Fusion Uni pretty comfortable on this point. Mid-Athena preventing that objective time from starting. Barrage at the ready now from Teru. Doesn't even need it, but now you can let it rain on that door, and Fusion Uni only have a bubble to really stop that.
Soon enough, though, the EMP barrage combo is going to be available for Mid-Athena, and they can turn this fight around, especially with Fusion University. 6-man EMP out!
Nothing can stop this barrage! You can run, but you can't hide, and there you're slapped back into the next existence. Fusion Uni, though, looked like they had a good start, but then they gave up the space to Mid-Athena. Still almost sneaking by that first tick. Mid-Athena still up to fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be stability brought to you by Foreign Rally. I mean, still investing that here, and they have more to go for as this portal's coming up, and Chongsik back in the fight now as well.
First tick snuck by from Fusion Uni. Chongsik just have to lay a bubble to avoid that self-destruct. And now Rival from Chongsik is at the ready, and he needs to not die with it. Bernard loses mech. This is the second tick. Mid-Athena are getting kills, but they're not holding control of the area.
Graviton available though, and they're actually going to catch the Sombra. Easy kill for them to find, and Inyak not even able to actually spin around the point now, or else he's going to fall into the grab as well. So Fusion University able to then finally get the job done, clean up the point, get control of the payload, and start pushing it along into the next phase of the map.
That was really strange. I'm kind of itching my head. Not that I'm like the hugest brain ever, but meanwhile, while I'm trying to figure out what happened, Fusion Uni tried to get further ahead. Chunks gets slept and then dealt with. So that'll slow things down. Of course, spawns are pretty close. But the point, I mean, they got hit by a 3K barrage and then still lost the fight. That was interesting.
Yeah, stability. That's what it comes down to. I mean, basically just going support ult after support ult, making sure that you're able to sustain long enough to get your respawns. Even when you have someone coming back, I mean, a lot of mobility still, even on Fusion's comp, if you can get Fuse back there or Chongsik just jumping.
And Damon's looking for alarm, making sure he gets him, can't drop that Transcendence. And there is that barrage follow-up into the front line of Fusion Uni. So this is really good awareness from Mid-Athena now. Exhausted from their DPS ultimates at the very least, and Fusion Uni, it's 2 lost fights for them.
Yeah, Fusion Uni really struggling to deal with this 2-2-2 split, even with the Hammond coming in as well for Inyak. They're not able to shut it down at the moment. And they do have that 3-3-3 split, and I wonder if they start incorporating the Sombra. Not only are they going to be able to start hacking Inyak out, but they can also take Terra out of the sky as well.
Ooh. Inyak, I think he got stunned. He was trying to maybe go for alarm. And now taking way too much damage at the start. Now Chunks can have a lot more freedom, chasing after the setup of Mid-Athena. Half is dead. You have named forced to use the Valkyrie, but kind of out of position here. Mid-Athena are going to struggle to have this last defense. That cart is approaching. Mid-Athena needs to jump on it. Inhyuk is there in time. Nano, given the Jasper, just needs to hold him into mech. Long enough to get that self-destruct. Drops it onto the cart. Zones them away. Fusion Uni jump right on it. Get point B.
And while it does seem that Fusion University have been stalled quite a bit, it's just that this composition that Mid-Athena is running, it doesn't really permit them to be able to take fights cleanly on the cart. In the meantime, Fusion University, they can easily just keep pushing it along. They don't have to really take the full fight. And they were able to win that with just 2 fights, despite Meta Athena fighting all the way through. Now 3 minutes here, Meta Athena full swapping EMP available for Damon.
Yeah, the Ryan will be good too to just fight against the dive of Chongsick, and he found him. Alarm. He can't hide for much longer. Alarm! Oh my god, he kicked him! He kicked him in his face! And now Meta Athena will not get anything going in that regard. But spawns are pretty close. They need to get back quick. They want to stop Fusion Uni from capping.
Yeah, Meta Athena really, again, have to rely onto this EMP. Even if they do find Alarm, now you know you can't come out swinging at him because Alarm will take you down, and not even close enough.
No!
What a way to go out.
He kicked him so hard he couldn't EMP. Big winning condition there. Wow. Wow, that's all I gotta say.
And look at that time bank too. 237 ultimately for Fusion University on their attack. And that was such a big pick. Damon trying to get that kill early, or at least I think ideally what he was trying to get was maybe not even the kill, but just to pull Alarm's Transcendence out early so that he can pour it out of the fight and try to see if he could actually force the EMP to come after and maybe catch Fuse with the EMP later. So there would be no support ults available for Fusion University and they could win the fight there. Unfortunately, this is the deal that NA players have been dealing with over the course of the last year and a half, is that nothing goes the way you want to when you're expecting to kill Alarm. You can't just simply expect to win a 1v1 against Alarm, especially when he's on Zen.
And also that the fact that he's hiding, the last time we saw him go after Alarm was exposed. So he went for the EMP, which got Alarm and a few other people. But because Alarm was behind a door, he couldn't just solo EMP, because that just takes all the value away. Still a pretty cool play. I bet Alarm's feeling very happy about that. On their next attack, though, Meta Athena going with their usual Nano Blade. Now, does Damon go Sombra, or does he go with the GT Dive?
Well, it looks like he is going to swap to the Sombra, but in the meantime, Fusion University, this is that kind of classic approach for Fusion University, is putting Alarm actually onto the Ana with the Mercy so that they can play Sombra Pharah. And I love Alarm on Nimbani first point defense. He is incredible on this point. It's actually probably one of the most dangerous maps I think anybody could face him on. Definitely up there. He is so good at maintaining that high ground control, and given resources that Fusion University actually sometimes even gives to him, he can get up there aggressively and lay in some nasty biotic grenades offensively into Meta Athena and catch them out.
They can't be completely free, though. At least there is a diva to help with that dive. As you see, Inya got domed before he could even finish that dive. Alarm, not only deadly with the sleeps, but the shots too. And without that Winston, Jasper I don't think followed up as closely. Without that Winston, we'll have to wait a second.
And this is just a farming composition here. Very much similar, basically the same exact approach, rather, that Fusion University had on Temple of Anubis. Just farm, get those ultimates up and available, then go for that hard engage once you have those 3 resources allotted.
Okay, that Sombra duel kind of scared me a little bit. The Fusion Uni now, still at EMP, looking to take down the... Whoa, almost said Farmer. Tero kind of flies like one. Shutting down the blade is the whole goal here of Fusion, but still couldn't get the finish. Didn't even have his translocate ready to safety. Nice dropping, at least he's resurrected, but Meta Athena just taking too much blood at this point. They'll be able to get onto the point comfortably. Fusion Uni just trying to throw bodies to prevent that. Nice goes for a barrage. One of those swap barrages, maybe, as Meta Athena will get the point.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a mistake, an error there for Fusion University that kind of opened that up for Meta Athena. Snillo went for the EMP, and Fusion University hard engaged on it. Unfortunately, only caught Teru. So not only do Meta Athena win that point and that fight, but they don't utilize anything after the investment from Fusion University was pretty heavy. Now Fusion University is forced to swap and deal with Teru. EMP Nanoblade with basically having nothing.
And not even needing to use that for the point is great. There is Nanoblade. Teru into the back, finds Alarm immediately, dodging that sleep. Now Snillo 2. I mean, just with Fuse, Fusion Uni don't have enough resources. But Fuse with 2 onto named 2? Question mark in chat, but never mind.
2?
2?
2?
Damn it. I brought that upon myself. But either way, Meta Athena's still stuck in spawn.
Yeah, Fusion University, that was such a pivotal moment for them. I mean, to get Fuse those environmental kills stabilizes the economy and allows them to halt the progress of that payload. Now they can take this fight aggressively and force another fight as well, if should they lose one before they actually do drop point B.
EMP. Self-destruct from Jasper. Didn't find anything. Fusion Uni able to find cover, but Chongsik not able to use Primal in time due to that EMP. Now, Fusion Uni have to see if they can fight this. They're actually pretty far back. They want Chongsik in this. He'll be able to touch with Primal, but he has to get back quick. And then they have nice grab. This is how they're going to try and take this fight back. There's the dive. Bernard's the one to touch. Chongsik only holding on to the Primal. Oh, Jasper eats the grab! The winning condition for Fusion Uni completely shut down. As Inhyuk goes in deep now with the Primal, but taking too much damage. Chongsik doing the same thing, but he's surviving much longer. Fusion Uni just stabilizing, making sure they keep a toe on the payload so Medathena don't sneak that one in. Fusion Uni get to breathe a little bit.
Fusion University looking so good in these fights now, and nice, already back up at 70%. Was shut down initially by Jasper, and you can see the swap actually being made now. They're going to mash that 3-2-1 exactly with the mirror this time around, as they do swap up that front line just a little bit. And EMP, something that Medathena really needs here in this next fight to claim point B, especially if they want to match that time bank that Fusion University has.
But Damon's also a little bit PTSD about finding alarm and then not dying to alarm when he goes for that. Has to make sure. And even Fuse, I mean, he could bring out the barrier. Transcendence in time from alarm. Haven't been able to find him. I think he was hiding on the high ground. So Fusion Uni, though, survive a little bit. Now have to take back control of the point. Chongsik even got hacked after the EMP, but still doesn't drop. The grab from Nice comes down. Medathena with Trance, but Bernard self-destruct into the back. No shield for Medathena. Now they're just trying to run away. They do punish Chongsik, who went a little bit too deep. Medathena now still have to reset.
And this is the Fusion University we remember. This is it. This is it. Fusion University seem like they're back in the swing of things here in this map of Numbani, especially if they can actually continue this progress and be able to shut down Medathena going forward. Damon trying to build into another EMP, but nice. Look at this. Already, again, back up at 60%. He's had a grab for every single fight.
But Fusion Uni have the barrier and a shatter. A little bit of an advantage coming up into this next fight if they can time this well. Now barrier on the other side. As everyone's on the high ground, so Chungsik's not too happy. He's not a happy boy until everyone drops so he can shatter everyone. Everyone's to the left. Now getting behind Inhyuk's shield. Didn't go for it. Brig in line of sight. You don't want to get stunned out of it either. Fusion